Today, I'll be telling you whether Hysilens and Kafka Rerun are worth pulling for or not. This is the long-awaited DLT revival that everyone, including me, has been looking forward to. But before that, let me introduce you to the best platform for recharging Stellar Jades, LD Shop. On LD Shop, you can purchase Stellar Jades at an extremely cheap rate compared to in-game. Using LD Shop, you can save up to 33% or even more when recharging your Honkai Star Rail accounts. Today, I'll be buying this Jade Pack that only costs $39.35 compared to the in-game price of $50. All you need to do is give LD Shop your account's UID and region, send your payment, and the Stellar Jades will be sent straight to your account in less than a minute. On top of that, if you recharge up to $80 in a month, you can get a supply pass for free straight from the website, which can be treated as another $5 discount on any purchase. Even if you use VPN method, you can never get a cheaper price than LD Shop with the free supply pass. There's no reason to not use this website. People who say there are risks to doing this are complete idiots that don't know how it works. I swear on my channel's integrity that you will not be banned or scammed. Don't forget to register using my link in the description for an extra 15% off coupon. I hope you would recharge on this website after registering using my link because that's the best way to support my channel as YouTube's ad revenue is genuinely horrendous. Anyways, Hysilens' performance in Endgame is nothing to scoff at. As you all have seen by now, she holds the title for lowest cost 0 AV in AS right now at just 2 costs with no limited idlens. If you want to go for 8,000 score, you'll need to get her E1 for 3 cost. There's other configs that allow for her to drop Pingyun and still maintain no idlens, but you'll need higher cost and second side definitely needs idlens, so I don't see the point at all. Her E1 is genuinely too ridiculous to not pull. You can skip her light cone, but her E1 is way too broken, honestly. Outside of her outlier performance this AS, she's also pretty good into most MLC, being able to zero cycle at an extremely low cost even with sustain. The thing about DOT teams is that they don't even steal supports from your other team if you have the full sets. In this era where all the supports are contested, it's good if you can just run triple DOT and still zero cycle pretty easily. Some say that she'll be power crept soon, and honestly, I don't think that'll be the case because of this factor. DOT not stealing support is the biggest boon because of another thing that we'll be releasing soon, which I will get to very shortly. This is why Hysilens is the true tier 0 physical DPS, while Feinen is a bum. Now for the reason why DLT will not speak power crept, it's because of the new endgame releasing in 3.6. In this endgame, you'll need 3 teams, and you won't have enough harmony supports to cover for those teams, so what's the solution? Investing into DLT, of course. It's a competition between Super Break and DLT for teams that don't use much contested supports. And in this competition, DLT stomps extremely hard, with Hysilens and Kafka buff. There's simply no way Super Break could possibly hope to keep up. That's why even though DOT isn't the best team at everything, it's completely irrelevant because in a game mode where you need 3 teams, you don't have to be the best. You only need to perform at your best without interfering with others. One thing I haven't mentioned is her PF performance. For PF, she can actually outperform even the Herda as long as there's DOT buff in circulation. This is the buff that most people hate and struggle with because they lack DLT units, so that's a factor to consider. Under chilled condition, even the Herda isn't invincible. Hysilens will be able to close the gap between them by abusing the buffs to its fullest. Nobody does it like her. For miscellaneous reasons, she's actually somewhat of a Mei XP, which is why people call her Oceanmori Mei. Her face makes up for the fact that she's only a made model. Achievement-wise, she also have a gacha-locked achievement tied to either her or Ceridra, and between the two I'll definitely choose Hysilens. Now, as for whether you should pull Kafka or not, the answer should be pretty obvious. She's an even bigger increase than Hysilens E1 for her. Hysilens can still function without Kafka if you pull her E1, but it just wouldn't be that efficient. Kafka being buffed also makes her synergize in other teams like Faceout and Acherons, meaning you can free up supports for other teams even if you don't pull Hysilens. Not to mention the fact that she's a lady model, the original mommy of HSR, meaning anyone who doesn't pull Kafka is honestly kind of strange. She's perfect, literally perfect, Makima type character. She also has an achievement tied to her where you need 3 Stellaron hunters, so there's also that factor to consider. Kafka is probably in my top 5 most beautiful women list, along with a couple other lightning units. It's crazy how stacked this path is. I recommend investing in these two women probably out of my own bias, but they do have too many positive features. That's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one.